Hello, hello! Perfidious Beave here, back to hand out a little more good old-fashioned homespun fatherly advice in shelter. What will that advice be this time? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I already went full Harry Morgan last episode and told Wally and the Beave how to avoid getting prosecuted for their serial killing, just like Dexter's dear old dad. Plus, the boys have been pretty well behaved the last few days thanks to my, fatherly stylings. They've been doing chores around the shelter in the hopes of earning a little extra allowance money, probably, saving up to get themselves a new gutting knife to practice their next victim. But everything's in pretty good shape thanks to Wally and the Beeve's efforts. And while I'm on the subject of gutting, I mean, we should probably talk about what happened to Michelle and Douglas, who spent most of last episode getting their guts chewed on by a wolf. It's not been ideal. Also, Beaver is vomiting on the floor. Touch of the food poisoning there for the Beeve. And Ward, of course, is going to be the one tasked with cleaning that up. Here you go, Ward. Why don't you grab a mop, grab a bucket, start cleaning up your vomit. It's not all about just giving good-natured fatherly advice. Sometimes it's about taking care of your stupid, sick kid. Ward also, despite my best efforts, is still alive and kicking and cock-blocking my efforts to romance his wife, June. I'm thinking about sending him out into this black rain so that I can watch his skin melt off like the Wicked Witch of the West after a Kansas girl thrown bucket of water to the face. Oh, what a world, what a world, ah. I always wondered about the Wicked Witch. If you were in Douglas, yeah, you can examine this. What do we got? Well, hold on, we'll get back to the Wicked Witch thing in a second. Douglas actually found quite a bit of good shit here. Screwdriver. We already have some of those. Wood stacks to 6, huh? That's interesting. I would not have expected that. We're definitely taking this eraser. A switch... potentially useful. We have a gun and a bullet. Of course, this is a pistol, bullet, and a rifle, so not fantastic. Mannequin arm, light bulb. I don't really want any of this shit. Water, sack of sand, some metal. I mean, the metal would be useful. I wouldn't mind taking a screwdriver because they do trade pretty well. But the tire, yeah, we're good, actually. We can't afford to get rid of any of this stuff, so that stuff's all going to go by the wayside. Anyway, back to the whole what a world, Wicked Witch thing. Is anybody else dirty? Anybody who's dirty, I want you showering while the water is on. Yeah, you know what, Ward? Go shower up, pal. You're a little ripe there. Small petrol station looks like it might have some good loot. Yes, you should take a look. But would those be your last words if you were the Wicked Witch of the West? I mean, if Dorothy throws a fucking bucket of water in your gob and you're melting, would your last words be, what a world, ah? I mean, those would definitely not be my last words. I'd probably go more along the lines of something like, hey, fuck you, you hillbilly, dirt farming, cousin fucking skank. And your little dog, too. I'd probably go more that route. But then again, I do swear like a sailor and will never appear in a G-rated movie. So maybe, maybe there is something to that. Although, Dorothy, I probably at the very least would have insulted Dorothy's fashion stress. Fashion stress? Her fashion sense is what I was shooting for there. A blue gingham dress, Dorothy? I mean, along with those slippers? Please. It's just so gauche. What's next? What are you going to do? Wear white after Labor Day? No shame, Dorothy? No sense of decency? I'm really disappointed about that food. Do I want to get rid of this meat and just take a can of food? It's a tempting proposition. I definitely can't get rid of the plastic. Not the bullet, not the gun, not the crowbar. I mean, I like all of this stuff. The hinge is a definite no. The erasers are sort of a no. If anything, we'd be getting rid of the wood or the nylon. Is that worth it for one? I'm not sure that's worth it for one food. No, you know what? No, I'm leaving it. Ward's cleaning up vomit. Hey, June, while you're just standing around, you gonna do a little training, girl? I want to see some muscles. I want you really working the calves, June. I want to see them pop, pop, pop. Then when I put you in those stiletto heels, oh, baby, are you going to be... Oh, so good, June. Hello, strange man named Matthew. What are you doing wandering around outside my house? Don't touch my fucking deer either, by the way. That's my moose. You stay the hell away from my moose. Man, June, look at her. She got working some frustrations out. Yeah, you can check out the florist. We already have 2 knives. I'm definitely taking that rope, though. Again, we probably should have taken the food at the last stop. Should we ditch the wood or the pipes? One of these has got to go. A pipe is a makeshift weapon. We got to take food. All right, pipes got to go. The pipes are broken. We're going straight for the food. Look at June. Oh, work the calves, June. Yeah, you know I want to see you with those popping calf muscles and those stilettos, baby. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, June. Good. You know what Perfidious Pete wants. Hey, Beave, while we're here, why don't you maybe, I don't know, fix some shit up. Anything to keep you from vomiting everywhere would be handy. June leveled up. June, okay, so exercising makes you a little, like, filthy. It makes you filthy and tired, but it does give you dexterity and potentially strength. How's the Jenny looking? Yeah, it's got plenty of fuel in it. For once, the cat isn't hungry as well, so I mean, like, this is as great as things possibly get ever in shelter. We did upgrade to a second bed, so we have 2 full beds here. June, I mean, we should probably have you fix the Jenny. Someone's at the intercom. We'll take a, yeah, we'll respond. What do you want, Matthew? Help, I'm being chased by something. Let me in, please. I need somewhere safe to stay. Man, he's real good. His perception is phenomenally high. His charisma is good. His strength and dexterity are also excellent. He's not exceptionally smart. Can we support this many people in our bunker at our current oxygen levels? That's the problem. We can't. No, I'm sorry, Matthew. I mean, I hate to leave you out in the wilderness to die, but I don't have a choice, man. We don't have enough oxygen. Do you want to come in here and suffocate? And by that, I mean suffocate me and my whole family? I can't allow that. I'm sorry. I mean, I know you're being chased by something. It's probably gonna, tear you apart, eat you. You'll be devoured by some kind of ravenous beast out in the wilderness. We need more nails because I really want to up our storage. But I'm sorry about the devouring thing. But hey, I mean, it's not my problem. What did I take you to raise? Is that how this works? I'm gonna take a suit. Also, for a man who's being chased by something, Matthew, you're making real fucking shitty time. I mean, if you're being chased, I would think you might actually run, but nah, you're not having any of that. Just a gentle fucking stroll. Just a casual waltz away from danger. No real need to, no need to rush it or anything. Wouldn't want a sense of alarm or urgency or anything like that. Nah, it's fine. Just a gentle jog walk away from danger. Yep. Douglas has radiation poisoning. Well, I mean, that was always going to happen. Michelle has radiation poisoning. Yeah, they got sent out into black rain. I mean, no one is surprised by this. Wally, why don't you put your suit back on? So, old Doug and Michelle here, depending on how they come back in physical condition, we may just immediately ship them back out again. Because for our radiation poison pals, I do like to try and make them do double duty. Though they are pretty hurt, because they did get their guts gnawed on by a wolf. So, we may be pushing the limit. Then again, they're not a cleaver. This is something we also have to consider. Douglas and Michelle, while handy to have around, not full-fledged cleavers. So, I mean, we've got no real obligation to try and make sure they stay safe. They are the nature of expendable. Is this how we should be rolling the shelter? Maybe just cycling some folk through? I mean, we could have picked up Matthew, sent Douglas and Michelle out to die. The only issue with that is any gear we sent them out with would not be coming back. The real issue is that necessarily a problem? We can't take the meat because we can't do anything with it. So we have to have someplace to put this meat before it's going to be useful. So yeah, we're done. Douglas has increased their perception. All right, let's check out Michelle and Douglas. How bad? Oh, they're real jacked up. Well, I mean, Douglas might survive. We shouldn't really let him eat food if we're going to do this. All right, June, return that suit, and then I want you to build a refrigerator. We definitely have the parts for the refrigerator now, correct? Yes, we do. All right, give me that bad boy. Oh, meat is on the menu, folks. Probably Douglas and Michelle, if we're honest. I mean, Michelle's gonna die. Nah, do I want them dead? Do I care if they're dead? If they die now, it's not really a problem. Michelle is bleeding and has... You know what, Michelle, you're gonna die. You're bleeding and you have radiation poisoning. I'm not gonna... Douglas is all... You know what, you're both dead. It's a harsh reality, but welcome to life in the wilderness. I'm not... I don't want to spend any more resources on you. I really don't. You both are gonna die. I don't want to spend... You're expendable. I can replace people. People are easily found. This is... I mean, it's a harsh reality, Douglas, Michelle. I'm sorry. You've been quality assets to the bunker. You did a good service for the Cleaver family. You worked hard. When somebody dies in the shelter, you need to dispose of the bodies. There are 3 methods of disposal: burying, incinerating, and harvesting. Burying a body will avoid suffering any extra trauma. Yeah. Well, about that. We've got Wally and the Beave who are gonna just go ahead and harvest that. Yeah. You can't do that. What's wrong with you, Beave? Alright. Fine. Are we gonna have to wake up Ward to do it? Douglas has died from blood loss. Man, we got a lot of trauma from that. Ward Claver lost a strength trait and gained a weak... Wait, what? Okay, so maybe letting them die was a terrible, terrible thing. Lost a strength trait and gained a weakness trait. What does that mean? Okay, hold on a second. Ward is now pessimistic and wasteful. June eats twice as much food and is pessimistic. Wally is proactive and unhygienic. Alright, so letting them die turns out to have been a gross, gross mistake. That was tragic. We should fit the car parts to the van. You know what? That's not a bad idea, Beef. Let's go ahead and do that. Man, here we go. My base nature has been sort of immediately fucking punished. I try to get gamey, take advantage of the situation, and what happens? I mean, we're immediately punished. Alright, so June, now that the freezer is done, let's have you go ahead and I mean, this is a tough thing to ask you to do, June, but it's got to be done. Can't let this go to waste. I mean, this is meat. This is meat for the fire. It has to be done. Yeah, we're gonna eat people. It's also raining. June got 30 trauma. Well, I mean, at least we split it up between Ward and June. We have the parts to upgrade a system, no doubt. We also have more meat, and we can let our little friend out there sort of chill. How much meat did we get from a person? Just out of eat desperate meat, remove desperate meat, deconstruct, disable. Can we not see how much meat is in there? Rotten, no. Desperate meat, 10. Capacity, 10. Our refrigerator is absolutely full of desperate meat. Well, I don't feel good about that at all. Alright, so Wally and the Beave, you guys are in pretty good shape, right? Yeah, alright, well, it's time for you guys to go out on a little mission, so as soon as Beaver gets back with a suit, we're gonna send you guys out to do your favorite pastime. You get to go out and shank some strangers. Won't that be fun? No, not Ward, not June. Wally, yes, next person. Yeah, it's gonna be the Beef. I'm sending Pete, you're sending children out on loan into the wilderness to suffer and die. This is for the good of their family. This didn't come from me. Also, it's raining, which means it's expedition time. When it rains, that's when you go on expeditions. So where all did we loot last time? Small. I mean, this is we got a lot of locations over here. Visited those just 4 days ago. So this is where Michelle and Douglas went, but they found a lot of good stuff. So let's hit the school, hardware store. Do we want to just check all the... You know what? Let's just round this up. It's raining. This is going to take 47 of our 80 water, but that leaves us with a fairly abundant supply still. How are we going to equip? Well, no radiation poisoning here, so we are actually going to go full gas mask mode. And we also are going to double equip satchels. And, of course, this is, I mean, it's Wally and the Beave, so, you know, they're going out in the wilderness as prepared as we can possibly make them. Gas masks, knives, and satchels. So we can haul back quite a bit of loot here. Wally and the Beave are going to be bringing back the stuff. You'll get the job done, boys. Make your mother and I proud. What is wrong with June? June is exhausted. Why don't you, June, why are you not auto-taking care of your own needs? Just sleep, June. If you're tired, sleep, girl. Ward, I mean, what needs done? I mean, I suppose we could fix the oxygen filter, the shower, the water filter, the toilet, and the other bed. Alright, so it's house duties then for Ward. Take a suit. Man, I'm real salty about the whole, situation. How long before this deer just drops dead, by the way? I'm a little curious about that. I wonder also, will we favor desperate meat over actual legitimate storable food? Because I actually should prefer that we do that. While Wally and the Beave are gone, I think maybe it's time for Mom and Dad to feast on Michelle and Douglas. Wally and the Beave don't need that kind of trauma. I mean, they really don't. How do we got a lot of trauma, actually. What we need is a bookshelf. Bookshelf makes trauma go away. What if we... let's look into that. What do we need? Nails. Like always, everything comes down to nails, man. It's all about nails, plastic, and hinges, and rope. Hinges, rope, and nails. These are the things that we need. Alright, so Ward's banging away. He's going to fix that, then he's going to fix this, and we're going to bring him back to take his old suit off, and we're just going to have Ward patch up the whole shelter. Radio transmission. Ah, I found a small house out in the wasteland. Of course you check it out, Beave. What the hell's wrong with you, buddy? I mean, how else are you going to find your next victim? That's what you're out there to do, Beaver. I mean, ostensibly... Also, I want to check the vehicle. Okay, we found a tire. Fantastic. We're like 1/25th of the way into going back into adventuring. So this is great. We're up to 72 water. That's pretty good style storage. We should really consider thinking about defenses. Some stuff that might be useful. Of course it does. Take it. Plastic, yes. Food, yes. Book. I mean, you know, all of this stuff is good. Take it all. So, what does it take to upgrade this door? A ton of metal motors and cement. Level 3 door upgrade. Can we upgrade the outer door as well? I'm guessing we can. Yep. Alright. So wait, this is a level 2 door upgrade. Takes metal, hinges, and pipe. I mean, we're never gonna get... Hinges are so hard to find. It seems unlikely that we would ever get those. Turn the suit back in, Ward, and then we're just going to have you go through the house and literally fix, like, everything fixable. So we're just going to assign Ward some random tasks here. And no, I'm not talking about a man who kills a man with his shoe. Just because I said random task doesn't mean it's always an Austin Powers reference. I mean, it totally could have been. Random task was sweet. Random task. And can we fix this? All right, so we'll fix you, and okay, we can. That's actually already fixed. I don't think Ward probably needs to train at the moment, anyway. Found someone else here, but they haven't seen us yet. Of course, you approach a stranger, Beaver. How are you gonna find your next victim if you don't walk up to a strange woman in the wilderness? See, this is the perfect situation for you. You found a stranger. Now you can murder her. You want to join our club? I've been pushing my luck these last few weeks. I'm in. Well, you kind of suck. A 2-3-3-2. She's gonna eat food. Well, you know what? We gotta have more victims. Let's take you. Also, Wally. Man, Wally is way smarter from having one conversation with a woman that didn't end in murder. Wally's like, I don't have to kill. What a surprise. It never occurred to me that something like this could go any other way. I just assumed that murder was always the only option when interacting with the fair sex. So, you know, I've just been relentlessly murdering them. Turns out, I may have been wrong. We're gonna have June patch this stuff up. Ward, what are you doing over there? Next time anybody gets hungry, they're eating desperate meat, by the way. Just so you know. In fact, Ward, eat desperate meat. Ward should cook the desperate meat before he eats it. Please tell me you're going to cook that meat, Ward. Small house in the distance. Of course, you check it out. How are we going to get a future supply of desperate meat? Yeah, okay, Ward is definitely eating the desperate meat. All right, Joyce, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, you look okay. So we're going to have you fix this and then fix this. I mean, you're going to have to pull your weight. We can't send you on missions or anything until your loyalty gets high enough, which I think means we have to put up with you for 7 days. Ward got 5 trauma for eating a little desperate meat, huh? Alright, well, I mean, it's something. June. I mean, I think June is probably best. Well, I was going to say best left to her own devices, but use the toilet and take a shower, June. Of course, approach a stranger, Beaver. This is the only option you have for human interaction. When you encounter a stranger, you talk to them. Hello, Kevin. How are you, sir? Good. You wanna join our shelter? Take things slow and see how it goes. No, then. Yeah, you're actually terrible. 2-2-2-3. Always see the same. I'll be seeing you. Yeah, you know what? Take off, Kevin. You know why you've heard that line before? Because you're a tool. That's why. I knew you for all of like 9.5 seconds, and in the time that I knew you, that was all the linger it took for me to hate you, Kevin. Nails, sweet. I mean, we're going to take pretty much everything. We're going to start casting off recyclable items when we get to the point where we have other items that are more useful. Is the cat hungry again? Can we feed the cat desperate meat? I really would prefer to feed the cat human meat. I mean, if anybody's gonna do it, the cat is the right guy for the job, right? Ward, could you please feed the cat? No, Ward. No, it's fine. Pet food only for the cat. You know, we could have ate that cat food, Ward. We could have had that whiskus. That could have been ours, but instead, no. You'd be like, I'm going to eat human flesh. Could have had some delicious cat food. Instead, human flesh. 100% of the time, just going to go straight for the delicious thigh meat, the best part of the human. It's the tangiest, most well-marbled flesh. Now you know. Well, think of this. Hey, June, you know what? Ward can actually say now that he knows how another woman tastes. What do you think about that? June is a little hungry herself. June's getting a little peckish. You know what, June? Eat desperate meat. You can tell Ward you know how another dude tastes. That's going to piss him off. Be like, oh, yeah, you know, Ward, it's not only the taste of your flesh that I know. I now know how another man's flesh tastes. Ward's going to be like, June, you harlot. And then Perfidious Pete swoops in. And you're saying, Pete, do you really want to, you know, be romantically inclined with a cannibal? And I'm like, if it's June Cleaver, yeah, that's fine. I will hunt people for her. I'll hunt men for sport if it gets me in June's good graces. I don't even care. I mean, we're just going to take everything. Oh, there's no room. Well, we need this metal, actually. What do I want to get rid of instead of metal? Probably sand. Take metal instead. There's a mannequin arm, a plastic bottle. Yeah, we don't need any of that shit. It's fine. We good. June cooking up some desperate meat. Ward just standing there watching June cook. This, you know what? Yeah, it's pretty much par for the course, isn't it, Ward? Why don't you go punch that punching bag a bit? Pretty much par for the course for old Ward Cleaver. More radio transmissions from the Beave. Check out the hardware store. Hells yeah, Beave. All right, Michelle. Joyce? Sorry, I'm going to call you Michelle forevermore. Just so you know. So we have 11. It's the wool that's a problem. And also the fact that these take plastic really sucks because we need plastic for a lot of stuff. We got everything we need for an upgraded shower. I mean, what are we looking for on this tier 3? Backpack carries and provides an extra 8 slots. That's really good. A good stove. I mean, we would want the good stove. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of a comfy bed offers a good night's sleep, reduces tiredness. We need more wool for that. Can we build a tier 2 bookshelf? Nope, we need way more nails. I've been striving to try and upgrade to the level 3 workbench, but I'm thinking, what all do we want off of this? Advanced snare trap, spike trap, painting. Why does a painting take nails? Do we really need 5 nails to nail one painting to the wall? A very handy device that aids in locating objects. We have everything we need to build a metal detector if we could get up to level 3. We could build a metal detector and an advanced snare trap. I don't know what special means, but we don't have any of them. Is there anything else on tier 2 that we might want? Toy box. I mean, we actually should get we need a toy box and a bookshelf. We could build the toy box now, except that it takes 2 hinges, man. Hinges are so precious. They're really hard to find. So we can mix any color of paint, assuming we have a paint can. Maybe we'll start bringing back some paint cans and painting the walls with something other than people's vomit after they have food poisoning. That's normally what the walls get painted with around here. Joyce is feeling okay. The loyalty's going up. Get a transmission from the Beave. He's looting a hardware store. Ooh, pliers are good. We want those. We gas and food, of course, we always take. Hinges, yes, without a doubt. Let's get rid of that log. I want both of those hinges. This spring can fuck right off. And take that power sander. I want those pliers. So let's get rid of that broken television. Take the pliers. We already have some rolls of duct tape, so we might as well stack them. Erasers as well. We have water, but no real use for it. Buckets, again, not any kind of real use for it. Is there anything in here I would rather sort of toss for any of this stuff? No, I think we're good. We're done transferring items. And also, I think this may be where we wrap this episode up. Not a lot happened, of course, except for the tragic deaths of Douglas and Michelle, who basically we just stood around and watched die because I'm a callous son of a bitch. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Also, why are Warden June's names red now? Is it because they have negative? I mean, is it because they have trauma? Is that what it is? Did I harm them on a deep, fundamental, emotional level? Are they gonna be? I mean, are they gonna be okay ever again? Is it because they ate human flesh and now they have prion disease? Is that what it is? I hope not. I don't want June afflicted with some kind of hideous prion disease. She's the love of my life. I can't have her. I mean, and there's no way I'm gonna cure that. By the way, keep training, Joyce. There's no way I'm gonna cure that either. You stumbled across somebody in a small house. Of course, you always approach a stranger, Wally. That's just a rule. When you see a stranger, you approach them and you say, "Hello, stranger. How are you? You out here on your own, George?" Man, that's a real creepy thing to say, Wally. If you're walking around, you see two children coming up at you, both brandishing knives, and their first question is, "Hey, you out here on your own?" You should definitely run like hell. Do we want to recruit George? No, I mean, George is kind of shitty also. But he does have a sweet mustache. You know what? Yeah. You got a sweet mustache, George. Also, I'm going to send you out in the wilderness to die, ultimately. As soon as you're loyal enough, I'm sending you out, you're going to die. It's just, that's the way it goes. You're gonna be a sacrificial victim for the Cleaver family. This is sort of our MO. Man, the Cleavers are not good people. We use everyone just shamelessly. Shamelessly use them. I will take this limestone. Do I need a metal bucket? Probably not. And seriously, I'm wrapping this one up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to watch me sacrifice loyal party members and for Beaver and Wally to shank people out in the wilderness, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Sheltered every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. No, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am confused. Darkest Dungeons, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, though. Right now, thanks very much for watching. Wally and Beave going to search that location, and I'll see you again soon.